Welcome to the Kent Shelley Coaches Show with Hall of Fame Coach Kent Shelley. Coach, I know we have a couple of things to talk about today. You kicked off your 2010 season this past weekend versus Northeast Texas. Could you give us some of your thoughts about that series?
Sure, Jim. Hey, it's great to be back with you on the Kent Shelley Coaches Show. It's always great to be around with you, Jimmy, talking baseball. It was great to just be outside for our first time. We went down to Mount Pleasant, Texas over the weekend. We had scheduled a 4-game series, 3 with Northeast Texas Community College and 1 with Paris Junior College in Paris, Texas. Weather was great, mid-60s, sunshine for the most part. Sunday's single 9 with Paris was rained out, and unfortunately we did not get to make that game up. But it was great just to be outside, to be on a field for our first time. Normally, Jimmy, when we head down on this trip, we've got a few games under our belt. We've got a half dozen practices outside, and this year we haven't even been able to get out to a parking lot and throw. So we came back 0-3. We had some very difficult matchups for taking the field for the first time. Northeast Texas Community College is an outstanding ball club. They're well coached. Coach Chris Smith does a fabulous job, he and his coaching staff. We ran into difficult matchups. We saw their number 1 and number 2 right out of the gates. Both of these kids signed during the early signing period with Division I schools. We saw their left-hander in game 1. A kid that was 86-87 with a curveball and changeup. He had command of all 3 pitches and just made it very difficult for our hitters, seeing pitching for the first time. Game 2, we saw their right-hander that had signed early with Oklahoma State. Here's a kid that had a no-hitter going into the 7th. We were fortunate to at least break up the no-hitter. Of the 3 games, that was by far our best game, even though our hitters were pretty much dominated that entire game. Here's a young man in the 7th inning. His 3 fastballs leading up to the base hit that broke up the no-no were clocked at 94, 95, 96 miles an hour. I think it's safe to say we probably will not see that type of arm in conference play here in the state of Kansas. To have a kid in the end of February throwing fastballs 96 miles an hour, coupled with a slider and a changeup that he threw for strikes all day long, it was just a very difficult matchup for us. I felt good with our starting pitching. Zach Smith opened a series in our first game. He had 2 hits shutout going into the 4th. When the floodgates were opened up, we led off the inning with a walk, proceeded with a walk and a hits batsman, and then they did a great job putting a bat on the ball and squaring up some balls for some extra base hits. So we gave up a 6th spot in the 4th inning and just weren't able to recover from that. Sophomore Ryan Garman went game 2. Ryan's in his 3rd year, took a medical redshirt last year after having the back surgery. So this is his first college game pitched in well over a year, and we were just tickled to death with Ryan and his ability to command the zone. His velocity is increasing daily, and we just felt real good with his effort. Then we sent Jeff Soptic to the mound, freshman out of Shawnee Mission East, saw his first collegiate outing of the year in game 3. And Jeff got off to a good start. Unfortunately, we made an error with 2 outs and nobody on. We had a 2-0 lead at that point in time in the 3rd inning, and they went on to score 3 when we should have been out of the inning. But I thought Jeff pitched well for his first collegiate outing. So I felt good. Freshman Jake Moore came out of the bullpen in one of our games. Through a 2-hit in his relief efforts, no runs, 2 hits, no walks, and just looked outstanding for his first collegiate appearance out of the bullpen. So overall, we felt good about some areas. You don't like to start any season 0-3, but understanding what we were up against, facing a great club that already had 10 games under their belt and a dozen practices, and for us seeing our first time out on the field, it was definitely some things that we did well, some things we've got to improve on, and we know these things will improve as we gain some experience and get some more playing time under our belt. Defensively, I thought we were pretty good except for Game 3. When the game got out of hand, we kicked the ball around a little bit. But in the first 2 games, we only committed 2 errors. Again, for seeing ground balls and fly balls off the bat for the first time, I couldn't have been more pleased with our defense. But kids played hard. They gave us their best, and that's all we can ask for. And we know we're going to be an awfully good team. It's just going to take some time.
All right, Coach. You've had another opponent this week. The weather hasn't been kind to your team already. You've already had to reschedule a couple of games. Can you talk about the upcoming games that you do have on your schedule, and also give us an update on your field renovations?
Be happy to. We've already had 2 of our games. Our season opener at Longview Community College was snowed out a week ago. We were to host them yesterday here for our home opener, and of course that was snowed out. We are scheduled for a 4-game set in El Reno, Oklahoma against Redlands Community College. Weather is not, the forecast for the weekend is not good. They're expecting snow showers on Friday and Sunday. So as I told our ball club, we cannot control the weather. So we're trying not to worry about it. We're trying to do the best we can with what we have to work with. We hope that we're able to get down to El Reno and get those 4 games in, because we're just needing to play right now. There's just so much you can get accomplished indoors, and when you're seeing your own guys time and time again, you need to see an opponent. And so we're hoping maybe the forecast miss and we're able to get these games in. If not, we'll certainly look at maybe reshuffling and seeing if there's a chance we could go down there midweek and get those games in. Then we return home next week. We'll be hosting Longview, and I believe next Friday we have a single 9 with Maple Woods Community College, an outstanding program up here in the Kansas City area. And then things will get rolling. But weather has been tough. I won't say it's been the worst spring ever in the 24 years I've been here at Johnson County, but without question it's one of the top 3. And there's just not much we can do about it unless there's someone out there wants to make a nice donation to the Cavalier baseball program and we put a dome over that stadium. Otherwise, we're just taking it day by day and just hope spring gets here pretty soon. In terms of our field renovations, we currently do not have an outfield wall up. About 3 weeks ago, they came in and tore down the chain link fence in the outfield. Will be replaced with a wood board fence. My understanding is they were able to get all the posts dug and poured last week, so we're just waiting on a break in the weather that they can go ahead and complete the outboard fence. We're going to do this in a couple of phases. Right now, we'll have a wood board fence stretching from foul pole to foul pole, which will allow us to get some signage up, which will put some much needed dollars back into the program that we will be able to enhance some other areas in our field renovations. And then our second phase, well, we will eventually totally enclose the ballpark with a wood board fence. So it's an exciting time in terms of trying to make some improvements to the ballpark, and we're just needing Mother Nature to cooperate with us.
Sounds great, Coach. A lot of good things ahead. Good luck this weekend, and next week on the Coach's Show, we're going to talk about your recruiting class for the next season, and hopefully we'll get some highlights from the Oklahoma trip.
Outstanding. Look forward to meeting with you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.